What I like most about learning at the University of Northampton is that everyone's really supportive and friendly. Not only the lecturers, but also the librarians and any other staff that you see. The first time I went to UNIC, everyone was like smiling at you and they want you to feel welcome.
The teachings in Thailand totally different. When I come here in Northampton, my teachers have the time to speak one by one with me what we have learned. So the quality is very high. The lessons of life we have to learn in university and outside university. Northampton gives me both of these lessons.
I like studying in University of Northampton because they provide scholarship before I came here, and the building is so modern.
Now that I'm here, I feel the University of Northampton has met all my needs. The learning style here is quite different from India, but I think it's really great. We are focusing on the practical aspect, which I think is very important.
The reason why I like the University of Northampton is because of the technology that they've used in the library. It creates easy access for you to obtain books.
The first reason I like make a recommendation because it's new and free Wi-Fi, and it's really safety here. I can share with my flatmate. We cook together and I really enjoy the time in the flat.
Normally, we don't have the time to discuss what's your different opinions. I think compared with the Northampton study style, the teacher give us the chance to discuss with teacher and express our different opinions. I really like the campus because we have the beautiful rivers. We things really feel like at home.
As a mature student, I kind of went into the workplace a lot quicker. So the 1 year that I saved coming to Northampton with the 2-year intensive program was the biggest factor in making my decision. It's accessibility to London, because I do love to travel, so it is nice as a jumping off point to enter Europe and even go home to visit the family.
I feel that my time in Northampton will really help me develop my personality, interacting with people from different culture and learning more about how business operates will really help me shape my knowledge and my personality.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nobin Norman from Yen Global. We're delighted to have a live session with our one of the best partners, which is the University of Northampton, and we have our guest, who is Chris Neville. Is very happy to see you, Neville. How are you?
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us and giving your precious time. I hope you are keeping well. How is the weather anyway? Is it cold now?
Well, obviously today we're in early December.
Yes,
It's getting cool. The weather in the UK, I think, is world famous, isn't it? I mean, when you come here, you do notice the seasons. So at the moment, it is quite wet. It is quite cool. It's not freezing. That might be happening next month. So yeah, it's a bit dark. It's a bit cool and wet, but everybody's looking forward to Christmas.
That's right. Yeah, it's an excited moment for Christmas, which is coming ahead, I guess. Yeah,
That's right.
it's good to have you. Yeah, so we have some students who are watching. So we would like to convey a few informative information so that they can be benefited for next intake. So if you can help us to give us some brief about the history of the university for those students who doesn't know about the University of Northampton, please. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, the University of Northampton is a relatively new university. So we were fully established in 2005, so that makes us very modern. We are a public university, which means we are a government-backed university. So we're not private. We are located in the center of England. So for those of you whose geography is quite good, or maybe you've been to the UK before, or you have relatives here,
That's right, yeah.
the town of Northampton is located between London and Birmingham. So 1 hour by train from each of these cities. So it's a good location. I think on the video you played just now, one of the students mentioned this. It's quite easy to get to different places. We have one campus, which again, you saw a lot of that in the video, which is still quite new. It was only opened in 2018, which makes us probably one of the most modern universities in the UK, because we've invested $400 million in our facilities. We offer a range of mainly 3-year undergraduate degree programs and 1-year master programs, also PhD as well for those who might be interested in that. Our undergraduate programs cover all areas of business, management, law, also the arts, design, computer sciences, mechanical engineering, a lot of psychology, biology, biomedical sciences, sports sciences, etc. With our master degree programs, they're mainly focused purely on business and computing programs. So the most popular ones we offer at master level are the MBA, also project management, marketing, business analytics, etc., along with programs like computing, cybersecurity, software engineering. So the reasons why students come to us, they love the location, they love the modern facilities, also the price, the cost. The cost of tuition is actually quite competitive at Northampton. You have to remember that all UK universities, when it comes to the international student, they charge their own fees, so they have their own policies. We have done our research, so the cost of studying at Northampton in terms of the fees is competitive, and so is the living cost, the cost of our accommodation. The majority of accommodation we have, you get your own bedroom and your own private bathroom. It's very good value for money. So it's all of these things, Nobin, that I think make us attractive to students.
So geographically, so we understand. So how far from London, your university, let's say?
Yeah. Well, I still haven't visited Bangladesh, so I don't know how people travel around there. But in the UK, we're quite a small country. So traveling from city to city, most people tend to take trains. So we are exactly 55 or sometimes 60 minutes from the center of London. That would be Euston Station, not too far from King's Cross Station, the one that Harry Potter uses. And in the other direction, again, approximately 55 minutes from Birmingham New Street. So that takes you right into the center of Birmingham, which is the UK's second biggest city. We're also not too far from other places you might have heard of: Oxford, Coventry, and Leicester.
Okay, yeah. So it's not too far, like 1 hour journey, like, yeah. So it's not that far, I guess, yeah.
That's right. I mean, we do, the majority of visitors who are arriving in the UK from abroad would tend to fly into London Heathrow Airport, which is the main hub. if you're taking a taxi from that airport, it would be about 1 hour 40 minutes and cost approximately £150. We do recommend a local taxi company if you want to do it that way. Also, as I mentioned, it's easy to get from Heathrow Airport into the center of London, so you can take the train. And also, I'm very happy to say that from January 2025, we are offering airport pickup services again, which is something we stopped doing just before the pandemic 4 years ago. So it's great that we're offering those services again.
That's great. Yeah, it's going to be very handy when they land in the airport. Then they can take the university transport system, like, you know. So it's very very handy. And just coming back to the subject, so obviously you have undergraduate and then master's degree as well. So briefly for undergraduates, what area you already mentioned, but just briefly, if you can summarize what subjects do you offer, like, you know.
Sure. Well, first of all, I think
masters.
it's important to mention our intakes. So our main intake or starting point for our programs is September. So all of our master programs and all of our undergraduate programs have a September start. It's usually the final week of September. We also have quite a large January intake as well. You know, many students who are finishing their programs or studies in the summer, maybe they don't have time to start something new in September. So we have a January intake. The subjects we offer in January may change a little bit on demand, but it's usually our most popular master programs like MBA, project management, marketing, public health is another one. That is for students who have either studied or worked in some sort of healthcare setting. But I'm also delighted to say our January intake now includes 2 bachelor degree programs. So our 3-year Bachelor of Business Management and our 3-year Bachelors of Accounting and Finance. So yes, for January, we offer 2 undergraduate programs, a lot of masters. We have a smaller intake in June every year, which we tend to offer again the MBA, which is incredibly popular, and the MSc Project Management. Now, the other undergraduate programs we offer in September, I'll just quickly go through them. So again, business management, accounting and finance. We've got advertising and marketing, human resource management. We also offer cybersecurity, general computer science, computer software engineering, mechanical engineering, which can be studied either as a 3-year or a 4-year program, as well as games programming, games design, graphic communications. Even in psychology, we have 5 different majors, so you could study pure psychology by itself, or you can combine it with a related subject like criminology, for example, or education or counseling. Sports science, which is becoming very popular. Again, you can study it by itself, or you can combine it with aspects of management, leadership, etc., just to cater to your needs. So yeah, we have a full range of bachelor programs, and most of them are very popular with international students.
Oh yeah, so it's a very big range of subjects you provide. So that means students have option, like it's not a limited option. That's very good. And how about the tuition fees roughly? I know it varies subject to subject, but like roughly for undergraduate and for master, so that a student can understand, like, you know, how much they need to pay.
Exactly. So for undergraduate subjects, the tuition fee would be 15,000 UK pounds per year. So 15,000, 15.
Okay.
master programs, which are 1 year, remember, master degree,
Mhm.
a little bit higher at £17,000. The exception
Yeah.
being the MBA and our masters in physiotherapy, which is slightly higher. They are £17,500. So again, those tuition fee costs are quite competitive. We do offer automatic scholarships to international students as well. So these students,
Mhm.
these scholarships are either 10, 20, or maximum 30%. And if you get a scholarship, you keep it for the entire program. So if it's a bachelor degree, you keep your scholarship for the entire 3 years. Similar with the master degree. Now, how do you get a
Scholarship. Yeah, that's right.
Well, the good news is you do not have to apply for one. You do not have. Yeah, I don't know if you caught that last bit.
So I think the line was a bit slow. So how do you apply for a scholarship? Like they get the scholarship based on their merit automatically, is it? Or
Exactly. So just as an example,
yeah,
if you're coming from Bangladesh and you're wanting to apply for a
that's right. Yeah.
master degree, we would look at how well you've done in your bachelor degree. Now, in your bachelor degree, if you have achieved, let's say, 60% overall, that's fantastic. We will offer you a place. However, to get a 10% scholarship, you need to have achieved 65. A 20% scholarship, 70 or more, and the 30% scholarship just over 75. So that's how it works. It's based on merit. So we look at your previous grades and we award you a scholarship, which is why when you apply, it's important to upload copies of your transcripts, so either high school or bachelor degree certificate and transcripts, so we can make you an offer as soon as possible.
Okay, so I get the point. So it's for our students. So when we apply, it's better to apply with the transcript so that you can assess the overall result. Based on that, you will provide the scholarship. And roughly, how much a scholarship can a student expect, you think, in an average? Like, I know again it can vary, but like roughly, let's say around from 2,000 to 1,000, or what's the parameter,
Oh
like, you
yeah, it's
think?
just over £2,000. So I mean,
Okay, so that's great. Yeah.
it may not sound like a huge amount of money, but it helps bring the cost down. And you have to remember that if you are with us for 3 years, you're getting that every year. But also, if you're here for a master degree, you're only studying for 1 year anyway. So again,
Yeah.
it can bring the cost down. And as I mentioned, the cost of accommodation is also quite reasonable. So you do not have to pay a lot of money for accommodation. So you can make lots of savings. And even the fact, Nobin, that our university is a campus university, that means everything's in one place. So you don't have to take taxis or Uber or buses to get around. That costs you money and time. So there's
Okay.
opportunities
Yeah.
for savings
Okay.
everywhere.
Even though if it's 3,000, let's say for undergraduate, I think it's a good offer. Let's say the
Yeah.
overall fee is 15,000, and then if you deduct
Mm.
3,000, that's you're talking about 12,000. For 3 years,
That's right.
you're getting 9,000
Mm.
scholarship. That's a great plus, I think. Yeah. And obviously it's a public university. You have a huge campus. It's not like a private institute who has limited campus and facilities, because public is always funded and well looked after by the government, so there is nothing to compare, I guess. Like, yeah. So no, that's interesting for the scholarship. And what about the accommodation facility? Like, do you have your own accommodation facility. Obviously, they can stay wherever they want around the area, but what do you have on plate like?
Well, we have at Northampton, we have 3 types of accommodation. And I would always advise any students who are interested in studying either with us or in the UK, please go to our website and have a look at the accommodation options. We call them halls of residence. It sounds much more better than dormitory. Dormitory sounds quite scary because you have lots of students in one room. We don't do that. So, for example, you can stay on campus. It's called the Student Village. We have just across the road another accommodation block called St. John's. And then a little bit further than that, our third block called Scholars Green. I mean, the majority of our accommodation, you will get your own private room. Well, you all get your own private room and your private bathroom. You share a kitchen. Obviously, you share a laundry room with a small group of other students. If you're looking for female-only accommodation, we can do that. If you want alcohol-free accommodation, again, we can organize that for you. It's all very secure, all very modern, and it's well maintained.
Oh, that sounds good. So once they have the accommodation, I think it is very, very convenient because the rent, especially in London, like, you know, I've been living in Ireland for the last 20 years and it's just going crazy. It's so expensive, the rent, you know. So once the student get a accommodation facility from a student from the university, it is really, really good because they can save money for the transportation, and also the accommodation should be reasonably cheaper, I guess. Yeah.
Well, exactly. I mean, if we take one example, and again, you don't have to trust me, all the fees are on the website. It's all broken down. A student staying in a single ensuite room in Scholars Green, for the year they'll be paying less than £5,000, and that includes their bills, their water, their gas, and electricity. So that is quite competitive compared with other universities. You do not need to be paying a fortune.
And what about the job employment? I guess it's a public university, so you probably have job expo in-house, or where the reputed company, they come and hire your graduates. So if you tell me something about that, because for the prospective student, obviously they're interested about their career after they study, like, you know.
Of course. I mean, in terms of employment, we offer 3 types of support. So first of all, any student who is looking for a part-time job, and your part-time jobs, I had a part-time job when I was a student. I worked as a salad chef in a Mexican restaurant, cutting up vegetables. That sort of thing really helps to contribute to your living cost. There are part-time jobs available on the campus, actually. There are lots of them, but in the town of Northampton as well. So we have an agency on campus which can help to find jobs for students. Many of our academic programs also offer a paid work placement. So I think the most popular one is our MBA. As I mentioned, it's a 1-year master, but if you want to get a paid job work placement, you can go for the 2-year option. So the first year you're studying, and then the second year you will be in a paid job. And that doesn't have to be just in Northampton. That can be anywhere in the UK. So that's good for work experience. That's right. The third type is full-time employment. So for students who have completed their degree and want to find a job. Now, we have, yes, careers fairs, and it depends on the subject you're doing. employers will come to campus. We also have academic subjects organizing for students to go out to visit employers as well. And for international students, we offer advice on how to apply for the graduate route visa. I think some of you may still be calling it the PSW, which is the old name. But yeah, that is the visa which allows you to stay in the UK once you finish your studies and look for work. So we offer you advice on that as well.
And so the post-study path, yeah, we call it PSW. So it's fast once they get a job, study-related job. How many years they get? Is it 2 years fast or 3 years?
Now, the graduate route visa, it is 2 years.
That's right,
for students who have completed either a bachelor degree or a master degree. For students who have completed a PhD program, I believe it is 3 years.
Okay, yeah. So after that, they can renew, and then yeah, they can focus on their career and yeah, whatever they.
Well, what happens with that? Yes, they don't need to get a job first. They can get the visa. I mean, what some students do. Some students don't want to look for work here, but they want to spend time and travel around and see a bit of the country and then go home. For other students who do want to look for work, they do that. And then once they find a job, the visa changes to a working visa.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, and what would be the employment rate from the graduate from your university, you think? Roughly average employment rate for the graduates of honors or masters.
Yes, I mean, the employment rates for our students are quite high. I think one of the reasons for that is we do a lot of practical training. So we manage to mix the academic and the theoretical with practical as well. And the sort of subjects we're offering, you know, there's always going to be a demand for health professionals, for computer IT experts, people who can do business analytics, for example. And that's what I encourage students to do. You know, from your home, look at where the world is going, what jobs are available, where is the demand, maybe not just in Bangladesh, but globally, and then compare that with your own skill set. You know, I get many students talking to me saying they can't make their mind up. They have subject A, subject B, which one to choose. Well, just see where it's going. Just as an example, any student, for example, who is interested or maybe is good at chemistry and biology, the life sciences are absolutely huge now. You know, people are getting older. Many people, unfortunately, are getting sicker. So we need new medicines. We need you guys, you know, out there coming up with new ideas. So that's just one example.
That's excellent. Yeah. So as long as it's a practical study, there is always a way out for students because they learn through study and also from the practical experience, which is very, very helpful after the study to join any company, like, you know, the either through internship or part-time job. Yeah. And obviously it's a city outside of what I think is there are so many good sides about your university. First of all, obviously it is a public university. Second, it's a well-reputed university, and you have a huge campus. And what about the facilities, like for student sports and leisure facilities?
Yes, we have free sports facilities. So if you want to use the gym and work out and keep fit, you can do that. We do have specialist courts for people who want to play football, cricket. We've got a basketball court as well. You can just do that with a group of friends. For those students who out there are quite competitive, maybe you want to take part in sport at a higher level, we do certainly have football, basketball, and I think netball teams which are quite competitive nationally. So we've got plenty of stuff to help you keep fit. We also have plenty of student societies. So this is the non-sporting side. So obviously Islamic Society, Christian Union, Computing Club, Anime Society, Doctor Who Fan Club. I mean, some of these change every year depending on tastes. But we don't force you to join these, but when you become a student with us, you are automatically a member of the student union. So this is a way of joining clubs and meeting other students who are either British students or other international students who have a similar interests to you. So it's a great way of making friends. Also, while I mention student union, you'll get a student card, and that allows you discounts on various things such as bus fares, restaurants, online shopping sites like Amazon, train tickets, etc. And if you're wanting to join other gyms or sports facilities off campus, you can get discounts for those as well.
So because of those student card, like, yeah, obviously they will get a discount for the transportation as well, yeah, within the city, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, what advice do you have for upcoming semester for those students who are on live? What should do they do, like, you know, just your advice on them if they're interested?
Well, for our January intake, now the start date has been pushed back to the 20th of January. So if a student is wanting to start later next month, it is still possible, but you would need to have all of your documents ready.
Yeah.
So all of your academic documents, proof of English, which I haven't mentioned yet. We do have a web page where we list the English tests we accept, such as IELTS, language cert, PTE, TOEFL, etc. So proof of English, passport, and a personal statement. If you've got all of that and are ready to go, it is still possible to join the January intake. After that, we do have a smaller intake in June of 2025. That at the moment is only for the MBA and MSc project management. Project management is actually a business master program, but it is very, very popular with people who have studied design and engineering because it teaches you the skills to lead teams, to manage budgets, which in those occupations, if you're working in business or engineering, if you're wanting to become a team leader or supervisor, exactly, it's very, very big. And then obviously after that, we'll be looking at September again. So yeah, for any interested students, please take a look at our website, what we have to offer. Also contact EN Global, make an appointment with you guys to go over options, and you can contact our international office directly as well. There is an email address, international@northampton.ac.uk, as well as lots of links to our Facebook and Instagram social media.
Of course, yeah, thanks. Yeah, so for those students, now we'll take some questions, but because of the limitation of time, we won't be able to answer all. So if any of you have any questions, obviously you can contact us. So most of you know EN Global, but those of you don't really know about EN Global, we have 3 branches in Bangladesh. Our main branch in Dhaka, Dhanmondi, which is exactly opposite to Abohani Club. And then we also have a branch in Sylhet and Moulubibazar. So feel free to contact us via our website, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media you use. We are everywhere. We'll be very, very delighted to reply to your queries. Obviously, we can carry forward your query to university with Chris if it needs to be. Our representative, they're all well trained, British Council trained, certified representative in our office, so they will be very, very delighted to help you. Now we'll take some questions so we can answer if we can. Oh yeah, so there is from Shanja. Hello, can you please tell me the offer turnover time? Do you have any airport pickup facilities?
Yeah, I can certainly answer that question from Sanjoy. We have just restarted our airport pickup service. That is from London Heathrow Airport. The plan is we will offer airport pickup on 2 days. So certainly in January, we have the dates on the website. I think the plan was the 6th of January for our undergraduate students and the 20th of January for our master students. Because we've pushed back the start dates, we might have changed those dates, but we will be doing the same for future intakes. So please keep checking out our international pages because we'll have the dates on there. At the moment, we are also making a charge, which is £20 per person. We are offering that service, so that's great. But for those of you who don't want to use the pickup service, we do offer you advice on other ways of getting to the university. Now, in terms of turnaround time, if you can provide all the documents that we need, usually we can get you an unconditional offer in, we hope in 1 to 2 weeks. If you don't have all of the documents, let's say you're going to book an English test, but it's a few weeks away, you can still apply and we can get you a conditional offer. Again, around 1 to 2 weeks is what we aim to do.
Okay, just on the before we go for the transportation or things like that, obviously our representative will guide you through and which airport to land so that you can reach to the university quicker. We'll walk through that, and there is no problem. The second question is about offering any MRS program.
Yes, we do offer MRes and also PhD programs. Now, obviously, these programs are not taught programs. So we look to the actual student for their study ideas. We do offer advice on the research section of our website. So you go to www.northampton.ac.uk, click on research. You'll be able to see all areas of our active research. You're able to contact supervisors as well, and we do give advice on putting together PhD proposals. The only thing I would say about MRes and PhD programs, unfortunately, we're not offering any scholarships at the moment, so they are full fee.
Okay, yeah. Is there any more question?
Oh yeah, about the research. So there's some people interested in research. Now, PhD programs full-time, they tend to be 3 years. Yes, we offer research programs across all of our subject areas. So whether that's business, arts and humanities, engineering, well, mainly mechanical engineering, computer sciences, biology, biomedical sciences, molecular medicine, psychology. So wherever we're offering an undergraduate or a master's subject, we will be offering research as well. And the great thing about the web page that I mentioned, we updated it not long ago. So I know in the UK, applying for a research program can be quite complicated. So we offer a step-by-step process to guide you through the application. And you're able to see all of our researchers, including their areas of expertise. So let's say, for example, you're wanting to study a research program related to logistics. You'll be able to find access to our staff who have strengths in that area. Also molecular medicine, cybersecurity, etc. So yeah, we do offer those programs. as I said, just as PhD as an example, normally full-time, that would be 3 years. That is 2 years of gathering your data, and then the third year writing up that huge thesis. Part-time or online distance learning research programs are possible as well. So you can study it from home, meet with your supervisor from home, and if you need to come to the UK for short periods of time, you can do so. We help you with that. I think it's a short-term visit visa. So yeah, these opportunities are available.
Thank you. The next question, do you accept 3-year pass course?
A 3-year pass. Well, is that for undergraduate program or for master program?
I think it is my. Okay, the next question, do you have any early bird scholarship?
Yeah, well, I'll answer both of those questions. In terms of entry requirements, now, if you want to study a bachelor degree and you've completed the Bangladesh high school system, we're looking for overall GPA of 4.8, which I think is very high. But that is our entry requirement. Obviously, if you're studying international system, A-level or international baccalaureate or other similar programs, we accept those. If you're studying an undergraduate degree in Bangladesh and you're wanting to transfer, let's say, into the second or the final year of one of our degrees, again, we can do that. You do need to be hitting about the 60% mark. And for our master degrees, as I mentioned earlier, if you've completed a full bachelor degree in Bangladesh, again, we're looking for a minimum of 60%. If you've done something else, some form of diploma, you can still apply and we will consider it on a case-by-case basis. Now, the scholarship question, we don't offer early bird scholarships as such. As I mentioned, they are automatic scholarships. I mean, obviously, if you have your academic transcripts available when you apply, you'll find out very, very quickly what scholarship you're going to get. Or again, you're very welcome to contact our department and just query it. Say, okay, if I get 70% in my bachelor degree, what scholarship will I get? And we will let you know.
Thanks. Yeah. Next question. So the next one, do you accept a 4-year diploma course?
4-year diploma course. Again, I would advise you to apply because we would look at these on a case-by-case basis. Even if you can't get full entry to a program, you might be able to join maybe the second year of a bachelor or something like that. There's very national diploma, which we do accept. We do accept other diploma programs from Pearson, Qualify, and other organizations. What is the maximum study gap? I don't think there is one really. Again, what we would advise you to do when you apply is include a copy of your resume or CV. So let's say you graduated high school or from a diploma in 2012 and you want to join an undergraduate degree now. Of course, we need to know what you've been doing in those years. So that's why a resume, a CV is important. And what we would also do, we would also have a short interview for you as well. So again, we can ask questions about what you've been doing. Yep, again, the majority, I think it's from Ripa Akhtar there. Yeah, the majority of students we get from Bangladesh tend to be applying for our 1-year master programs. So as long as they're getting minimum of 60% overall in their bachelor's, that's fine. Of course, an English certificate. So IELTS, if you're taking IELTS and you're applying for a master degree, you need 6.5 overall, a 6 in the writing element. That's because all of our master subjects, they have a dissertation. So that really tests your written English. It tests my written English. And a 5.5 in the reading, speaking, and listening. Language cert. Now, that's very popular with students from South Asia. I think it's because that's online. Again, the minimum we're looking for 33. I think the maximum's 50. We also accept, I think, the more popular ones like TOEFL, which I'm sure you've heard of, the home edition, as well as the Pearson English test, which is PTE. I can't remember off the top of my head the exact grades, but again, all of these are listed on the website. Of course, for those students who have studied
We can
overseas
guide, yeah.
qualifications, we're quite happy to consider those as well. If you studied a bachelor degree in a country where the main language is English, like the USA, Canada, Australia, we won't be asking you to take any English test. Unfortunately, no. In fact, I remember the day we received a phone call from the 𝐬𝐿VI, which is the part of the government responsible for immigration, border agency, that sort of thing. And they advised us not to be accepting Duolingo. So unfortunately, we cannot accept that test at the moment. Oh, I just missed the last one which popped up. I didn't see that last one.
It was about accept second masters.
Okay, so we do get students who apply to study a master's with us, and they've, okay, yeah, we get a lot of students like that. For instance, in the Pakistani education system, it's normal for students to study a 2-year bachelor degree and then a 2-year master's in Pakistan, and then they come and study with us. If you've studied a master's in Bangladesh or anywhere else, yep, we're very happy for you to apply for one of our master subjects.
That's great, yeah.
Yes, we do. The majority of our programs now at undergraduate and master degree level have some form of placement. The popular ones, I think I've always talked about, the MBA, project management, accounting and finance. I believe the marketing management one also has a placement, but certainly at undergraduate level as well. When you're looking at the course pages, it will let you know if there's a work placement. And even if there isn't a formal paid work placement available, there will be the opportunity for you maybe to do some sort of, get some voluntary experience. Yes, so there are plenty of placements available. Oh, that quickly came and went. Something about nursing, I think.
It's gonna come again.
Yes,
Yeah,
there are.
it's
Yes. At undergraduate level, we have at least 3 types. Where's my camera? There it is. So childhood nursing, adult nursing, and mental health nursing. Now, the tuition fees are slightly higher, around about £17,000 per year. And unfortunately, there's no scholarship for nursing programs. Don't blame me, that's not my fault. Another thing that's not my fault either, the English requirement for nursing is higher. So you would have to take the IELTS test and you would have to be getting, I think it's 7 in everything. But I think you can understand if you're going to be working as a nurse, that is
it
very
is
important.
logical.
So that's
Just to add on,
undergraduate
like,
level.
first, yeah.
At master level, we have a very, it is. At master degree level, we have a very popular subject called MSc Public Health. Now, that is designed for people who have either studied as a science or health related bachelor degree, and also you don't need work experience, but it is popular with people who have been working as a doctor, a nurse, a clinician, even as a vet. Because it helps develop your leadership skills. So if you're working in healthcare, it helps you become a manager, lead departments, and even work in government as well, developing policy. So that is a very popular master degree program, which is available in January and September. I think we also have a few other programs as well. For instance, occupational therapy, podiatry. I don't know if you've heard of that before, Nobin. That's about the health of the feet. So I'm sure that's a very interesting program to take. There's a question about conversion programs. I'm trying to think of an example of a conversion program. Do you know any, Nobin?
Conversion program.
Yeah. There's a
I'm not quite
question there.
sure.
Yeah.
What do you accept TOEFL?
Yeah, we do accept TOEFL, Sahid. Yeah. Again, the exact entry requirement is listed on our website. It would be the internet-based TOEFL. I believe we're looking for 88 points overall. But please check that out on our website. Of course, we're very happy to accept that. Now, for student, I'm not sure if it's the same as conversion as you are wanting to know, but if you do not meet our undergraduate entry requirements, then you cannot enter year 1, but we do have a year 0 available. That's for students who just can't quite reach that requirement. So you can enter year 0 and it becomes a 4-year program. We also accept foundation students. A degree, past coursework. Again, we would have to, that's Sumaya. Apologies if I've pronounced your name incorrectly. What I would advise you to do is to contact us by email and let us know a bit more information, particularly in terms of your grade that you have achieved. Yeah, the subject that you're studying, even letting us see the transcripts would be quite useful as well, and then we'd be able to make a decision. Some subjects are fussier than others.
Of course, yeah. No, thank you. You answered a lot of questions, and thank you so much for your precious time. I hope you enjoyed this session. Actually, I would love to invite you to come to Bangladesh to visit us, because you haven't been. So I'm sure you will enjoy it. It's a little bit, especially in this time of the year. It's cold, but it's not that cold. It's a funny cold from your end. It's 27-degree temperature, you know. So it's summer for UK or Irish culture. So thank you so much. Would you like to add anything before we finish, or are you happy enough with whatever you mentioned?
I'll just some
again,
closing.
Anyway, yeah, sure.
Just some closing points. As I mentioned early on, make sure, guys, you do your research, so you're very clear about what subjects you want to study. The good thing about our course pages, they provide lots of details. So please, read up on what is there. Also, and I know this sounds a little bit dull and not very inspirational, but make sure you do your budgeting. Sit down with your other family members and make sure that you do have the finances available to cover your studies, because what you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be getting stressed out about how you're going to pay for things or getting into financial difficulties. It's like with anything else, if you're buying a car or what have you. So please do all of that first. And again, if you're unsure about it, the team at EN Global are very experienced with these things. They'll be able to counsel you regarding this.
Thanks. Yeah, as Chris mentioned, so we can guide through everything, including the visa process. Sorry, Chris. Yeah.
Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time as well. I would love to see you in Bangladesh in person very soon. We'll send you an invite so you can join one of our big expo in Dhaka, and obviously in other cities.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to contact us. As I mentioned earlier, we have branch in Dhanmondi, Sylhet, and Moulobibazar. You can reach us anytime. So we provide a complete service to those students who would like to study in UK and focus on their career. We guide through everything, choosing a university, obviously, for the subject, and visa requirements, embassy, documentation preparation, interview. We cover everything, and is free of charge. So we don't really charge anything to students for all of these subjects. If you would like to study in the University of Northampton, feel free to join us. Thank you for watching. We'd love to see you in our office. Thank you so much. Take care everyone. Bye bye. See you, Chris.